Listen, the word burnout actually means you're giving out something that you don't possess. In other words, burnout is simply a symptom that you're living a life that God's not given you to live. Listen, every one of us has been given a God-given life. I'm talking about temperament, personality, physical strengths, emotional, intellectual, spiritual capacities. And when we are burnt out, what it means is that we've been giving something that God has not given us in terms of possessing, or we're doing more than he's asked us to do. Now, listen, there's a lot of reasons why we burn out. Of course, there's lots of demands because the needs around us are enormous. But for many of us, we so struggle with people liking us and pleasing people and them thinking great of us that pulls us. We can't say no. We end up saying yes to all kinds of things that we wish we had never said yes to. And before we know it, we're burnt out. Now, listen, the pressure or temptation to burn out is always there. When I say yes to one thing, it has implications depending on the size of it. So every time I take on a new project, I've got to recognize what's it going to cost me in other areas. So one thing that's helped me over these years, probably more than anything else, has been taking the principles found in Benedictine spirituality. Saint Benedict's rule. He was a monk in the 6th century who wrote something called Benedict's rule. And he structured life for these monks around a rhythm: work, rest, relationships, and prayer. And basically, we created this little tool about almost 20 years ago now called a Rule of Life. We help people just think about my life in pockets: work, rest, relationships, and prayer. But every time I add something new to my work box, I'm always aware, okay, it's going to impact my other boxes as well. And so I've got to always think about the key word here again is limits. I am not God. God is God. And every time I find myself burning out, and I'm monitoring this on a daily basis, I monitored it this morning before I came here and did this video, because last night I said, I got to get to bed early. I want to get up a certain time so I have my time with God, have breakfast, can relax. I had one thing I wanted to do prior to coming here today to film this YouTube. And I've got my rest of my day. I thought it through about how much can I take, when I'm going to stop, because I recognize, again, I'm always aware of being and doing. Do I have enough being with God to sustain my doing for God? And so I'll have a midday prayer today. I'll stop and pause to be with God before I go home. For dinner, I'm off tonight. I'm going to relax with my wife, Jerry, at home. But I know that I'm going to work here, hopefully hard today, but I'm going to stop. And this issue of stopping is probably one of the core issues of our rebellion against God. I know that when I'm burnt out, it's a sign generally of rebellion, of I'm running ahead and trying to be God for people and doing more again than he's asked me to do.